We have had the park open since around this event last year is when we opened up the park. And every time that I've come to the park, and we come quite a bit, our family, every time I come to the park, it just feels like we're missing something. And for us, it has been this piece here. When we began thinking about the park, the playground was the initial driver of our conversations. It was the piece that really inspired the idea of building this whole community space. In a time, just thinking about, of course, the events of this week and the challenges across our country, here we have a community that's coming together, diverse thoughts, diverse ideas, unique families, and we're creating a space that can bring us all together and that can unite us. Isn't that just amazing? We have such a phenomenal community, and this is just representation of that. When you look up here, the name, we kind of battled, what do we call this, right? What do we call the playground? Do we name it? What do we name it? Do we name it after a kid? And we thought there are plenty of kids that we can name it after us, like Hayden, that just inspire us. But we thought this is bigger than just one child. This playground is really about all of our kids in our community. And so we came up with the idea of Wolves Crossing as a name for the playground. And if you look up here, you see our crossroads. This is an intersection, right? Like sometimes we encounter families that are new to our community that think that, each individual little community has their own school district. But really, we're just 5 communities, multiple areas that come together as one. And so we love this symbol of really who we are. The playground itself, you'll notice as you go around, you'll notice several pieces that bring in elements from our area. You have our caves, right? Where we have our own Talking Rock caves right here in our community. Kimberling City Bridge. I know you guys all recognize that. Of course, we have the famous train. We have roller coaster pieces. We have a tracker boat back in the back. We wanted to bring elements that just represented our kids and where they lived across our community. There's so many people that have made this project happen that I just want to try to honor. And in doing that, if I miss somebody, please know we appreciate all the work that you've done. First and foremost, I want to express appreciation to the broad community and our school board. We have several of our Board of Education members here that have just allowed us to create a vision and to do something special. We are, as a school district, we're able to just continue to bring innovative practices and new things for our kids. And it takes a community and a Board of Education that will allow us to dream and allow us to do things that are unique like this. I mean, we're having opportunities now to showcase and share things that we're doing both at a regional level, at a state level, and next week I'm going to Washington, D.C. to talk about Reed Spring in front of Congress and to highlight the successes that we're having. So I just feel so much pride in the work that our people are doing. To be able to create an innovative environment for our kids. And this playground is the gem of the park. It's so exciting. We felt like when we were starting this park, we didn't want it to be Reed Spring School District Park. We wanted it to be a community area. And we really wanted community to feel connected to it, which is why obviously we have elements designed within the community. We also just have been blessed to have community sponsors that have come up specifically to help elements in the park. And we have several pieces that families and businesses have donated to, as well as elements here in the playground to make this happen. And so I want to recognize the following individuals for their sponsorship and support of our park. From the Stow County Developmental Disability Board and Liddell Thomas, we appreciate your donations. We really greatly appreciate it. The Dwayne and Amanda Rogers family, you guys are always giving us so much love. We appreciate that. The Rotary Club of Table Rock Lake, whose passion and drive continues to bless our community. White River Valley Electric Co-op, who does a lot of things both in the park and across our campus for us. 417 Lumber, who's a great sponsor. We appreciate you. Phyllis and Matt Maggard, Love Like Hayden. We know this project has special meaning for you. We appreciate all those that came to the event and helped sponsor the wonderful Frisco train behind me. The Skaggs Foundation, Megan, I saw you back there somewhere. We appreciate all that the Skaggs Foundation has done to support our work here, and specifically our park, because it is bringing health and happiness to our community. Bruce Hershen from Talking Rocks Cavern, thank you so much. I don't know if I've seen you this morning, but we appreciate you. Ann Ferguson from Ozarks, Team Keller Williams. Ann, I think you might be here. Thank you so much for all your support as well. Natalie, so you guys that have been to these events, when we broke ground, you heard me talk about Natalie and Zachary's Playground. Right away when Steve Verheyen and I started talking about the park, Natalie, I shared with Steve this concept of an all-inclusive playground. Because when I had my oldest boys, like little Carter here, when they were about his age, we lived in the St. Louis area where Natalie and her family lived at the time. And she had this wild, crazy idea. She and I kind of align, I think, in some of these things. She has this really big, huge idea of like, I'm going to create a space for my son who doesn't have a space where he can play. Kids with disabilities already feel separate and different from other kids, and he can't even get on a play surface to be with his peers. And so she rallied around her community and created Zachary's Playground, which has impacted, how many? I don't know how many.
Over 150 around the nation.
Yeah, 150 playgrounds around the nation that are all-inclusive playgrounds. So for her, what initiated as just a dream for her child is now turned into dreams for thousands of kids. And so when we started talking about playground, I said, Steve, there's a playground you got to see. So I looked up Zachary's Playground, had no idea what Natalie was doing at the time. I just knew she built this one playground, so I wanted to reach out to her, and little did I know that she formed this group called Unlimited Play and is doing this around the country. And so we appreciate your partnership, the inspiration you provided to this, because our feeling here as a district is every single child, each child matters, right? It's not a certain population of kids, it's every single kid. And we want to make sure every space in our every space in our district is a place where our kids can feel welcome. So the idea behind this playground is that any child, regardless of your abilities, you can get on this playground and play. It has been designed in partnership with Unlimited Play and their expertise on creating spaces that help with kids with sensory challenges, physical limitations, to be able to create a space like we've done on our other playgrounds. We've created these spaces on our primary school playgrounds as well, and plan to do that in our other playgrounds down the road. But to have another space where our community can just come and families will move to a place like this just so their kids can have a place to play. Natalie has shared some of those stories with me. So it's exciting to know that we can all come together for this wonderful event. It takes a lot of work to do this. We appreciate the crews that came out here. It was the hottest time of the year, and a lot of challenges. There was a tragic accident that happened with one of the crew members, not on site, but during that, our hearts go out to them. I know it was a difficult project for them, but we appreciate all that they did. Steve Verheyen really worked hard to get this project up and running. I kind of gave him a heavy load of 3 huge projects, and he did such a great job. And I know as he transitioned into retirement, he still kept his fingers closely connected to wrapping up all these projects, including the park. But, as we continue to transition, as you have to do when great people leave, Jason Reinsch, who's been heavily involved, as you all know. Jason, you have done phenomenal work. Trent Oxenrider, who's in charge of our youth sports and park stuff. You guys have done an amazing job. I know all these finishing touches, it looks great, but it doesn't happen without these guys really making sure all the fine details come into play. So I appreciate all that you do. Oh, it's an awesome day. We also, just for your information, back on this section of the park, we are opening today our disc golf course. So if you're interested in throwing, it is officially open today, all set up and ready to go. I know some people, that's their thing. I want to make sure. Ben Fisher, he's always the guy behind the camera. He doesn't get the recognition he deserves, but he does so much to PR and market what we do. Not only making the Rotary, this whole event happen today, but I appreciate you and all the work you do. Cy Bordner. Cy has been a huge, huge impact on us, and Just really appreciate rallying this all together and helping with our sponsors and all that you do to make this possible. Travis and Shane, Travis Kite, Shane Dublin, thank you so much for your leadership and collaboration, because so many times we're in the war room, right? Just trying to figure out how to make this all happen. Okay, now if I talk too much longer, I'm gonna have a bunch of kids really upset. So let's get this ribbon. What do you guys think? Should we cut the ribbon? Yes. Who's got my scissors? You want to tell everybody your name?
Yeah. My name is Logan.
All right. Logan is going to help us with his great crew. Okay. All right, Logan. Come up here in front with me. Right here. You're going to take these scissors and you're going to get a big cut.
Because that means it's time to play.
Hold that one in your left hand. Yep. Right here. All right. You ready? 1, 2, 3.